Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Hermit Sky. I hope everybody are doing fantastic today. I am super hyped again because last time we did a lot of digital storage stuff. We finally, towards the end of it, managed to put up a crafting terminal. We hooked up some storage buses, and I also sort of started to talk to you guys about the limitations that I want to impose on myself for this series, and that is to not use any drives, so to not store things on the digital disks, but to have to use chest containers or some kind of Minecraft containers instead, because I just think, yeah, I mean, it's a fun little challenge, specifically because we have to work with channels. So today I'm hoping that we get to a stage where we can move all of these storage crates downstairs and sort of clean this up. Now, I will say this, there is some construction work going on right outside my house today, and I think this is something that's going to happen for the next, like, 2 months. So, yeah, it's not ideal, but hopefully you guys can be okay with some background noise. There's nothing I can do about it. I think the way we start this today, because we are going to need the cables, is actually by looking at the quest book. I think there was a cable quest, yeah, this thing here, which needs us to create the smart cable and the dense smart cables, which are both cables that I'm going to need today. So let's do this. Let's first take our glass cables and put them together with wool. That turns them into covered cables, which are really cool looking. And then these together with redstone and glowstone. Oh, this is going to be too expensive for us, I think. This is a little bit bad. We may need to do... Well, we do have a little bit of redstone still, but we may need to do glowstone farming. We have 13 glowstone. Oh, I actually have some glowstone in my inventory. Okay. Alright, well, I'll use that then. So let's combine these and that. And that creates the smart cables, which is one of the quests. Now, these cables, I've been talking about channels a lot so far. These cables actually demonstrate how many channels you take up. So if I were to change these out, and I don't know if I don't think I need the whole cable to be smart, but if I connect these up like this should show us, yeah, it shows us 2 blue lines there, and that means that we are taking up 2 channels from this point onwards. And you can see one of the channels is here, because here it turns into 1 cable. This is what I really like with Applied Energistics, and for those of you who are brand new to it, I hope I'm explaining it so that you guys can understand it. Anyway, now it wants us to make the fat cable, so the dense cable. Ah, this recipe has changed. Okay, so that's actually good for us. So 4 of these makes 1 fat cable. That's a lot cheaper than it used to be. And then just that and that. Pretty sure that's changed. And that should complete this quest. Yep. Oh, that's 10 RAK from that. Nice. So the difference here is that these cables can hold 32 channels as opposed to these that can hold 8. So that's a huge difference. However, and this is a big however, I don't think, however, that we can connect a storage bus on this fat cable. So if I have a block there, no, that doesn't work. If I have a block here, I should be able to fit it, right? Yes. Okay, so that's actually a considerable limitation with these fat cables. So from the fat cable, you then need another cable. Now, there is another trick to managing network, and that is that you can dye the different cables, and if you have 2 different dyes on them, they won't connect. So this is a generic one that connects to everything. But if I make a lapis, just because I know I have lapis in my system, so a white cable and a blue cable can run right next to each other without interfering, and this is also same for the fat cables. However, this cable will connect with all colors. So this is important because we have to differentiate the different channels, as we can only send 8 or have 8 storage buses per smart cable or per cable. And as you can see, we can't connect them up to the fat cable. So basically, what I'm trying to say is we need a fat cable as sort of our anchor cable. And then from there, we need to connect up smart cables on either side, because this is 8 wide. So what I think we'll do, and this is, again, I'm not really sure if we're going to be able to fit all of this, but I think we'll run a fat cable down the middle right here. This will be directly connected to one of the sides of the ME controllers. And then from there, we'll probably run a... Oh yeah, it doesn't matter here with the colors, but we'll probably run a small cable on the outside. And that should be fine. And then on the other side, we'll run another small cable like this. Now I'm going to make a little bit of a crafting task here because we're going to need so many things. I want to craft up a bunch of storage buses, these things here, which... yeah, they require the pistons, they require the interface, which requires this, it requires that. It requires a lot of different stuff. And I also want to craft up a bunch of cables. All of this stuff requires a lot of the fluics, the pink crystals, which in turn requires Certus quartz, this stuff to be charged up and then mixed with quartz, nether quartz, and redstone. All of these resources I have very, very little of. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a task, but I'm going to have to go on a mining spree as well and head to the Nether or Landia. I think I'm going to go to the Landia to get the overworld quartz. Alright, so I've been crafting, thinking, and mining for the past hour or two. And I think we're ready to install the stuff that we need to install. We're almost ready. First of all, I crafted up a bunch of new small storage crates, but I also made sure that we can upgrade these. This is just void crystal blocks, so made those with the lasers. And I didn't actually have enough to make the whole stack. That's frustrating. But these are bigger than the others because they have 2 pages. And usually this is not very useful because, yeah, just browsing items with an arrow click is just not good enough. But for this, I think it's perfect. I've also crafted up a bunch of these storage buses. These were the things that took the longest time. And I've kind of prepared something that I think will work. So the idea here would be we would have the crates sitting along like this. And then we would also have the crates sitting on the top layer, just like this. And the way I've got this wired up, this should be exactly 8, and it is exactly 8, so that's good. And so now I'm taking up 8 channels on this cable, 8 channels on that, 8 channels on that, 8 channels on that. I have smart cables here on the edges, so I can see that. And this fat cable is also a smart cable. So we should see 16 cables up there. We should see, well, here we should see 32 cables in that block space because it's 8, 8, 8, 8. But let's see. So the storage buses needs to be installed, and this, yeah, it's going to be a little bit tricky to fit, but they're going to go like this. And I just became a network apprentice for some reason. I don't know what that advancement is, but yeah, like so. Now, we're not going to have any filters or anything here. We're going to keep these at priority 0, and anything else will priority up or down. So I've already put my arrays to be priority 10, which is a higher priority. So items will try and go in there first. And then I also need to do the same up on the top here. And I've crafted up 2 more of these as well, because as I said in the last episode, these are multi-block things, so we can, yeah, we can use multi-blocks. And we do have this one cable down here. If I go down to the cabling trench, this cable is the cable for the controllers. So now it's important, because that's 2 channels, it's very important that we don't make these touch each other, which is, yeah, that's a little bit of a tricky thing right there. Now there is a way we can make that happen without coloring the cables. We are going to need something called an anchor, and I actually have a few of these crafted up already. Anchors are, I think at least this is how it used to work. If I put an anchor right here, yeah, that's going to prevent that from connecting with that cable there. Ah, nice. And if I don't have that anchor, let's try, just so I am not overdoing anything. We can actually put a smart cable there just for demonstration. Yeah, that connects up together. So we don't want to do that. We absolutely don't want to do that, because then we're using more than the 32 cables that the fat cable can carry up to there. Nice. And now we should see 32. And that's looking really good. So the way this works is a little bit tricky to understand maybe, but it shows me, since it only has 8 pixels in the block space here, we have to count, what is it, 4 per each. So the dark blue and the light blue are the different channels. I don't know, that doesn't make any sense, but it's a little bit easier to see here. So this smart cable has 8 channels active. The light blue and the dark blue, this has 8 channels active. This has 32 channels active because that's times 4. And then you can see right here, it just has 16 channels actives, which are then split like that. That is actually looking really good, and I really like the look of Applied Logistics as well. It's so cool. But this should mean, ladies and gentlemen, that we have a lot of storage space right now. If I put my white smart cables in that, for example, I can now access them from the system. And like I said, there's no filtering needed here because we're gonna access everything digitally. But how much cooler than ME drives isn't that? I mean, maybe not that much cooler because ME drives are pretty sweet, but it's like the whole idea of having to like challenge yourself a little bit. Because I mean, that's sort of the gist with this series, I guess, because we're not flying, we don't have creative flight yet, even though I could probably get to creative flight, and those kind of things. And I also quite like keeping this open so that I can see what's going on. I think that's cooler than putting covers over it to mimic these. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, but I really like the look of this thing. It looks like some sort of weird robot holding all my storage. But that being said, before I do anything, let me lower the priority of this. It is already lowered. Let's lower the priority of this as well. It is already lowered. Okay. So now items should first make their ways into my array and then into these crates. I should be able to just empty my entire inventory into this thing and no problem whatsoever. Oh, that is so nice. I think I'm gonna spend some time now moving all of my items down, and hopefully, I mean, we should have enough space because these, yeah, I mean, we have 32 crates down there, so this should be all good to just move down. This is going to be a little bit trickier to break, so I guess I should just do this so I don't lose any of these valuables. Like that. And then we can remove that, remove this end storage chest. We're going to replace this with an applied logistic thing called an interface instead, which I also crafted up a bunch of. These basically act as your inputs or exports. You can do a lot of things with these things, but we're going to put it right here. And I'm not sure, I have to remind myself, I'm not sure if it can import from the bottom like that. That may not work. I may have to do that cable from the top and connect that up differently. Right now this is connected to the system through this controller as well, so it's taking up a full side, which isn't ideal. But if I put anything in this, yeah, it does actually, it works of course, but what happens if I send something to the ender chest? Is it going to go in here and make its way to the system? I doubt that it will from the bottom, but let's see. We should be able to see them in here. Oh, it did. Really? That worked. Hold on. Let's try that again. Block of iron that are chiseled. 40 of them. I'm actually confused that that worked from the bottom. Block of iron, 40 of them. Yeah. Okay. All right. And with this should be the last of my items. I don't know what I pressed there. That was a weird screen. Okay. X is not what you want to press apparently, but this is now storing all of our items. Well, all of our items that were in the crates. I still have a few more chests that I'm definitely going to empty as well. So the next thing I want to do, well, I do want to empty this, I guess, so I should just do that very quickly. And done. 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 The next thing I want to do is make sure that our master wire also is hooked up to our system. So is it? I think it actually is, now that I think about it. Oh, what the heck? Oh, it must have been on that elevator. Yeah, so this is connected to that. It is connected to this, right? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, because they share the channel here. Aha, so the master wire is already connected as well. That is awesome. So that means that any farm I now install, as long as I connect it up to the master wire, will make it into the system. That's absolutely brilliant. Whew. Okay, I can probably also take this garbage down now. We do have this anti-barrel, which stores singular items, and actually that wasn't too laggy as it was last time I opened it. This has been super laggy Yeah, okay, maybe I'll just leave that for now, because I was thinking of, well, yeah, if I look at it, it is super laggy. I don't know if I'd dare to break this thing either. What I think I should do is possibly get my nullifier, or make a new nullifier, and just empty it. Nullifier. This is actually going to be quite satisfying for me, because I think this is the reason for a lot of lag. So that has this cable, which at the moment has no input. So if I do that and that temporarily, put this there, remove that as well, because the mob farm is shut off. We're not actually getting any mob loot at the moment. Put this to insert, this to extract with lots of those. We should see this emptying items. I don't know why it's doing it so slow, but that's probably because it's such a laggy thing. Because 15 extraction upgrades, I mean, that should be instantly quick. No, but very quick. But anyway, we'll leave that be. I think that's causing a lot of lag in the world here. The next thing that we are going to work on now is power. power, because, well, I can't get any organization as long as I don't have sort of like a permanent power generator inside the Doomscraper. And we have this system over here, which I really like. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to replicate this. I'm not gonna tear this down yet. I'm going to build a similar or the same type of system using the dynamo. So as you can see, I've crafted up 9 of it. So we're going to have 3 more. I've also crafted up the upgrade kit. So these are tier 1. I'm going to make them tier 2, the new ones. We got a new cobblestone generator. I got some new crucibles. And I think I have 13 more cooking in here. Yep. I also discovered that I found some heat sand. And if we go and look here, we're using blaze mash, which smelts the cobblestone in 30 speed. The heat sand is 120, which is incredible. So I'm going to use 5 heat sand, and then we'll see if we can make some more blaze meshes. I can't remember. Oh, they are made from the blaze powder. Okay, that's a good sign. So that's 10. I think 10 will be enough in total for this. And I've decided that this corner here is going to be our power room, and I'm going to try and make it look good. I also have to change up the way I do it because, well, the ceiling height isn't very high. So we'll have to change that up. I probably need some more fluid conduits as well to do this. Do I have... Oh, crap. I don't have any of that, and I don't have any quartz. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Okay, so I'm going to have to mine more quartz again. I've done so much mining today. I think the last thing I need here is a drawer. Any drawer will do, but let's make a pretty one this time. So, do I not have any... Is this a big one? Oh no, that's a trim block. That will do. That will do. That's just going to be to hold the cobblestone. So let's revisit this. We're going to need heat sources underneath crucibles. And this time I have 9 dynamos. And we have not got a lot of space here. I want to try and make this compact but look good. So that's the speed we're generating lava at. And it's definitely limited by the cobblestone generator. Or should be limited by the cobblestone generator, not by the... Or maybe the cables actually. Or the extraction here. I may want some extraction upgrades on that. Let's see how our barrel is doing. I think this thing should have been done, but I think it's not. Let's see. We have 5,000 items remaining. Yeah, that's going so slow. I don't think these extraction upgrades actually help it. Oh, it makes it faster without them by the looks of things. All right, so let's just use these extraction upgrades here. 7 of them. I don't think that's even needed, but as we can see, the heat stone is just constantly emptying itself of lava. So that's the speed we're generating lava. Okay, so no issues in lava generation. Not to run 9 magma dynamos anyway. I think I may want to put them like that and then have the power generation here. So like I said, I do need to go and mine some quartz in order for me to complete this. But these would be an insert on all of them. And I'm not going to extract. until I have all the cables connected, because then they won't connect. But we can go ahead and we can upgrade all of these, upgrading them to the second layer as well. And by default, that's 80 RF per tick, but we now have 2 augmentations, so I'm gonna need 18 of the speed augmentations. Again, I'm not, there is one that makes it more efficient, so it generates less power but more efficiently, use of the fuel, but we're generating so much fuel that I don't think it matters. 18, boom. 2 of each in these, and now they're generating 240 RF per tick each. Cool. So that also means we need to upgrade the power cables, because the energy conduits that we are using is 640 RF per tick, and 240 per magma dynamo times 9 is 2160. So yeah, we're definitely needing better energy conduits. The next one is 5000, and that's just energetic alloy. That should not be a problem. Energetic alloy we can make. It is redstone. Oh, it's the one. It's the one, the annoying one. Can I just skip a step? Are these easier for me to make? No, that requires energetic alloy, you idiot. Okay, so redstone, glowstone, redstone, glowstone. Glowstone is going to be the issue, and gold. So I probably need to go. Yeah, I do need to go to the nether, get some glowstone, and get some quartz. I mean, I've been pretty bad at gathering the nether quartz here for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, where did they all go? But this is a lot of nether quartz. Quartz was easy to find, but glowstone is not as easy. Without flight, I remember always when you get flight, it's so easy to farm glowstone. But yeah, I haven't yet managed to make it to one single glowstone cluster, which is a little bit sad. But here we go. I think I've mined a lot in the other area. There's another portal there, weirdly. You kidding me? A creeper just instantly exploded. No. I got all my stuff back thanks to the grave mod. And I mined the stuff as well. I should probably just, I mean, I do have this system now, so I should just probably make use of it. What? How many wither skeletons is not here? That's crazy. So we got some energetic alloy. I also realized that I need this alloy furnace for the quartz. Ooh, that's a quest actually. Yeah, we need that for the quartz in order to make the fluid ducts. By the way, I'm eating golden apples now. Yep, that's just who we are now. we better embrace it. Okay, so that's all hooked up. I also want to make sure that this does not connect. Very nice, so that we have a nice sort of single thing. I hope these cables are good enough to send the lava. Oh yeah, look at that, 4 million buckets. I think that is. We got 1 million already. Okay, so then what we want to do, these can carry 5,000, so we should be fine of connecting all of these on one line. And then we also need some kind of energy storage. I think for this, at the moment, I may just go ahead and go with the thermal expansion one. Reason being, I don't have any grains of infinity, which is that stuff that we made on the bedrock. And that's what you need in order to make the capacitor banks, which they are better. They are a lot more, you can do a lot more things with them. But if we do this guy is limited to 1,000, so that's not good enough. We need to upgrade him using an upgrade kit. And I think I should be able to make a few of those. So, boom. Now it's 4,000, so that's enough. But we may just as well go ahead and upgrade him to the reinforced, the yellow one, because then it can also store more power. So this can hold 18 million RF, 9 million RF per tick in and out, and that's per side, I believe. So yeah, that's all good. That's all good. That's all good. I think we're ready to just start this now by extracting, always active. And that should send lava. Yeah, that's sending lava in here. They're all generating power. And look at that. Boom. We are now live with a power generator in our sort of basement area. And I do definitely want to design this as well, like I said. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time. I know we're out of time for the episode, but I really want to make this look a little bit better. Something like that, I think, is good enough for this. I like the fact that I'm using the rustic glass down here, not the not the posh one that we have upstairs. And then we'll have the entrance right here so that we can go in. I think as far as power goes in the base, we're going to pull it from the underneath and from the top. But we have to sort of run a power cable throughout our base here as well. Now we could utilize the same cable and run power in that as well, I believe. If we were to go with, yeah, this thing, for example, transfer 4,000 RF per tick. That's not a lot though. Like, these cables are already better, but they can be combined. So it's not the dense, it's this one here. Is there a better one than that? Nope, that seems to be it. So this would require us to have signalum though, which we don't have at the moment. So that's just redstone, silver, and copper. Super, super simple. It's a lot of redstone though, so we probably shouldn't mass make that until we have our redstone farm put up. But yeah, I'm not sure. Either we run the power through the item cable, I mean, it does make sense, or we have to run a separate power energy cable, which we could do what real life electricians do and run these inside the blocks, like hidden, and then just when we need an outlet, we have an outlet sort of thing. I think that would be maybe even cooler than to run it on that same cable. But let me know what you think down below in the comments. However, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. We got applied logistics, we got this monstrosity, cool thing, and we managed to move the power and make it even better. I could even use some more heat sand in here now that I have it. But to be honest, we are producing lava quicker than we are draining it, which is interesting because then we can upgrade these again to the next tier, as long as we are generating more lava than we can handle. Yeah, awesome. Anyway, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic evening. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and if you're brand new, consider subscribing, and I'll see you dudes in the next episode.